lesbians, I have something really special to show you. This is a Sony Vaio UX50, and it's in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. If I boot it up and the screen turns white with like colored lines on the side, don't panic. That means I just have to try again while holding down F2. So what's a nicer way to say that even for the time that these guys came out, they were notoriously buggy and horrible? Because imagine I said that. But Paul Blart had one, so I had to have one. This is a UMPC, or Ultra Mobile PC. And then of course we all know what PC stands for. Potato chip. I believe this thing is from 2006. Oh, that's fun. Here, let's try it again. Oh! Oh, look! It booted up without being a pain in the ass. That's its way of saying I love you. It takes like 3 to 4 business years to load, but it's okay, because it's fun once it's on. Let's give her just the tip. Hello? Let me yoink out the stylus from the back and get rid of whatever this is. I can't read this. The thing is, I would have to reinstall Windows XP in English to get it in English, and do I care that much about reading update and error messages and whatnot? No, not really. This thing runs Windows XP like, well, I mean, actually it doesn't really run all that well. That's just because she's old and she's trying her best. Everybody say go grandma. Comment go grandma down below for 10 years of horrendous luck. Thanks. One of the biggest complaints about her is that her keyboard is unreasonably flat, and that makes pushing the buttons a little bit uncomfortable, and it's really easy for people to push the wrong buttons by accident. I have pretty tiny fingers, so it's not too much of an issue for me, but raised buttons definitely would feel better. So I made this out of box tape and these little like dewdrop sticker things. I made the top part thicker, that way when I slide it into here, it's not as likely to slip around just from you like touching it, you know? I haven't downloaded anything like Microsoft Word, so instead I'm just going to use like the search engine to test it out. Look at that horse go. I'm going to hold this with my feet. Here's me typing with the regular keyboard. Boo. Lame. Hits the wrong buttons easily. Bad. Could you even see that? Because it's not, it's a little ugly. But then if I put this in here, good typing. Yeah, it doesn't feel all that comfortable, but I've gotten it a little bit more accurate this way, as you can see. So typing is a little bit smoother with this contraption that I made with the buttons raised like that. I do actually like typing on it with this thing on, but unfortunately it doesn't work with Google Docs. I would have loved to be able to type my projects out on like a full QWERTY keyboard like this rather than a phone or a computer. I don't know why, it would be fun for me. By the way, an older version of MyPal is probably the best search engine you could use on this, because it runs smoothly, it, you know, actually functions, unless you're trying to like open up YouTube or something like that, and the icon is this sick raccoon. I love this guy. This flash drive holds the most important piece of technology you could ever need for a system like this. Plants vs. Zombies. It takes a little while to load up, but once it actually does load, it plays really smoothly. Any sort of older point-and-click game is going to be really the best type of games that you could play on something like this because of the issues that people have with the buttons, and it just utilizes the touchscreen really well. Alright, if you guys could just like bust out some more suns for me, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Because point-and-click games are really ideal for something like this, I decided to get Neverhood. And I also downloaded something in order to read the ISO files, but I don't remember what it was. This game is pretty fun, and the art style is really cute. The whole thing is claymation. I do have one issue with it, however. Unfortunately, there is a slide puzzle. I'm sorry, but every single time I'm playing a game and there's a fucking slide puzzle in it, the whole game becomes useless. I give up. Like, I cannot. I hate these so much. I mean, look at this. I need this one here, this one here. There's no, I have to move the whole thing around all over again. I won't survive another Trump presidency if I have to do fucking slide puzzles. Also, because I am a queer woman. Like, you mean to tell me there's a coup happening in the government right now and I can't even use this game as a coping mechanism because I'm stuck on a slide puzzle? I'm really trying my best to cope right now. But what I really need is a Bonzi buddy, but like without the malware and that will verbally abuse me. I think that would solve all of my life problems. Oh, you know what I find fascinating? When you get something like this used, everything tends to be wiped from the previous user, you know? But every now and then, a few files slip through the cracks. Because of that, you can get a good feel for what an ancient device like this was used for. Isn't that just breathtaking? And would you look at that? HD, pristine quality. So if you have any suggestions on games that might work well on this, especially like old point and click games, please let me know. I would love to play some more. Preferably games where the puzzles are not too confusing. If you have any questions for me, you can let me know, and I probably won't have the answers because I'm actually really bad with technology from every single era. And no, before no one asks, I don't have that Paper Mario 2 video ready that I was talking about before. Even though it's been well over a year. So that's all for today. I hope you have a horrible life-altering crisis. Peace and love.